Hello, today I'm going to attempt to build the cheapest 8-core computer system as possible. And to achieve this, I'm going to go to AliExpress and start choosing my parts. So already I've decided to, we're going to go dual processors. So I've got the Huananzhi and the Kllisre. Yes, and you can guarantee that's the exact pronunciation of the two. I'm going to go with the Kllisre board because it's cheaper, but there is some drawbacks with this. So as far as I know, I've only ever tested this slot. At 8 PCIe, and this slot does 16, no problem. The M.2 drives, I've only ever tested them, and I've got only Gen 2 speeds, so I'm guessing that that's the chipset that's taking care of it. And also another drawback is even though you got 4 slots, it is only 2 channels per CPU, whereas in the other board, well, that's a little bit different. So the story is, although I haven't tested the memory bandwidth personally myself, but the story is, yes, by alternating the RAM slots, it didn't seem to have any problems. So it is most likely 4 channels per CPU. Yes, this board is definitely worth the money more, but I'm going to go, well, basically the cheapest possible. Let's see. And I've already prepared a little bit of a sandbox just to have a play around with. So as quickly as possible, I'm going to try and populate this. Booyah. Yeah, thank you for getting that all in. Here we go, one board. How much was it? 130. That is not correct. No, that was correct. Okay. So I just pasted that in. All right, so already at, well, 130, 13 US dollars. Let's keep going. Now, I am going the cheapest, but there is some pretty cool options if you... so basically, my logic behind this is it's actually a pretty quick processor, and it is 4 cores, hyper-threaded, so 8 threads each CPU, and we are going for 2 CPUs, and for $15, yeah. Now, the reason why I'm not copying that in is because when I go to the board, it copies, I don't know... Yeah, that's kind of annoying. It's like, no, I only want... Nope. So I don't know how to keep text only. I am using the Linux variant of the, well, OpenOffice or LibreOffice. So booyah. All right, let's fix that up. Okay, so $15.33. It's not an engineering sample. There's even though it says original Intel, there's a chance that it could be QS variant as well, and I'm too lazy to look up the code to see if it's QS. So, all honesty here. And we're going to go 2 of those. Oh yeah, so our cheap computer's 144 US dollars. Whoops, I put it in the wrong spot. Alright, so $144. Yeah. So for the RAM, we're going to go registered Ecc Memory DDR4. With this board, you can, if you're using so from my experience, if you're using a V3 Xeon chip, you can get away with just using desktop memory. But as soon as I went to V4, it didn't work with this particular board. So, but since, well, let's be honest, the RAM's going to be pretty cheap anyway, so $15. But I would recommend if you're buying this and you like to tinker around a lot with computers, you'd buy the 2666. It has a wide range, and it's going to work on a lot of server chips if you like to tinker around. But because I'm going the cheapest, I'm going to go with this, and the price is like $4 each. Is, to me, it's more worthwhile. Just go the 2666. But for the exercise of this video, yeah, I'm just going to, so for the RAM, I'm going to go 8 gigabytes each. Is it really that much difference? For $4, come on, this is like you're doubling it. Yep. All right, so 2177. 1.77. And unfortunately, yes, we are going to buy 8, although 4 for this motherboard would be perfectly fine, but yeah, man, for something that's supposed to be cheap. GPU, so I would probably try my luck at stay on the United States. I'm Australian, so that's probably why it's asking, but yeah, let's do some research on fans. Shame there's not like a fan. There seems to be. Now we can do that now. Fan's got a nice splitter there. I'd prefer, actually, if you could with this motherboard, because it does, if we go back to it just quickly, yeah, you don't have very many fan options. So there's your case fan, and none of them are PW end controlled. I was hoping for there we go, this one. So it does have a Molex. Just go this one. How many do you reckon we need? Ooh. Depends on the case. Like realistically, I'm not going to actually include this into the formula because case, it's sort of something that you want to try and find on the side of the road. Let's be honest, I've done that plenty of times. It's like, hey, I see a case, you know, do your own mods or whatever. Hopefully build up your own fans because we want to go as cheap as possible. When you're building something like this is basically we're like scraping at the bottom of the barrel. And we're already at $300 US. I'm actually going to skip the case part of it. Fans find on the side of the road. Let's go. PSU. How about PSU? We're going to want to go something a tiny bit. Well, features. Let's go lowest price. Yeah, of course. Okay, not quite exactly what I want. Let's go 750 watt. EVGA. Okay. Damn. I can't tell if it's a good enough power supply or not, but for, well, yeah, $55. Yeah. So let's go to our little PSU. What was it? $54.95. 99. Now we only go 191. Oof, yeah, man, every time. All right, let's get the graphics card out of the way. For the graphics card for this build, I actually went... let's go to eBay. eBay and Facebook, yeah, thank you. That's exactly what I'm looking for. I went for this build. RX. Thank you. Oh, man, I've got to tell you, Amazon, I've been trying to do anything on Amazon. No, TX, I said RX. $60. Okay, we want the 4 gig variant. 160. Okay. I got it in Australian dollars. This will not do. Let's just try Newegg. Nah, you might as well buy it brand new. Good brand, I can't tell. It seems to, I would suggest that it can do everything. And for that price, yeah, let's go with this one. Same GDR5. Let's go to our spreadsheet. So GPU. Go 1. No, man, I can't forget. 118.61. Oof. For the DRAM, I suppose I should put what we actually put. CPU, we went the E5 2637B3. Alright. SSD is something that we generally, no matter the build, I won't cheap out, but we just go Samsung. Gen 3, good chip actually. Is that 500? That seems too cheap. Nope, it's definitely 500 gig. Hey. Come down a lot. Really, that couldn't add a few more cents? Would have been nice, but anyway. All right. 68.98. Yeah, thank you. Got really specific. Ooh, $560. So the case, let's find that on the side of the road. I mean, come on, people. I'll show you what happens when the motherboard doesn't fit into the case. Fan, CPU. Actually, that is important because there is some pretty good deal on AliExpress, and it is a proper server fan. I do believe I've done it. And we also got to buy the cooler as well. Let's... 20mm Delta. 190. Let's have a look at what are we offering here. Ah, perfect. So I'd honestly buy 10 of these at a time. I'm pretty sure you can get them even cheaper. I mean, but at $5, I mean, really, we're only going to buy 4. But they'll be secondhand though, so don't kid yourself in thinking that they're brand new. Ah, you know what? Who cares? Shipping $3. Yeah, they're not brand new. I doubt it. You never know. I've only ever seen these at 3,000 RPM. I don't necessarily. It's not that I'm doubting that I can reach 4,000 RPM, but these are the end of life, but they're so cheap. Like, yeah. And basically, we're buying these just for the CPU, and we're going to go redundant for each cooler, so we'd want 4. So. So we get the full. Yeah, alright. And we just want 4. You'll see what I mean with the CPU. And $577. I'm not including shipping price because everywhere might be different, so. And cooler. Cooler is going to be an interesting one because that's. Want specifically a cooler that will have no conflict in installing side to side. X99 CPU. Yeah, something like that. It would be very good. Unfortunately, that I'd say this would be your choice. It depends, and yeah, it's a bit iffy how flat they are or how well they're going to sit on the CPU. But the Xeons, they don't actually heat up that much, so let's just go with this. No RGB, yes, thank you. So we're going to have to go, and we're not going to use a fan, so let's. That should be fine. What I'm worried about is it's like sometimes they give you like plenty, but all of them seem to have the screw down effect, not the clip. So I'm going to call that a win. See if we can find a price somewhere. Where are you, price? $17, $18. All right. Okay. Oh man, $619. Yeah, I was hoping for cheaper, but oh well, what are you going to do? All right, so this has been my sandbox, and I'm going to get straight away to building this. I think I've covered everything that I want to, so thank you very much. I'll be starting the build. What?